Lois Griffin might just be the worst mom on TV, but every once in a while, Lois actually surprises us by being a decent mother.
Mom! 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 Mommy! 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 Mama!
Yeah, I know, it sounds fake, but there are moments where Lois goes full mama bear and actually saves her kids. So today we're looking at those rare times Lois Griffin was actually a good mom. Let's start the show. We're starting small here with season 5 episode 1. It all begins at the park, where Stewie's beloved bear Rupert gets shredded like a chew toy.
Why don't you go away? I don't want to be your friend. Rupert!
For Stewie, this is basically the same as losing a limb, or worse, losing his only friend who doesn't talk back.
Honey, I'm afraid Rupert had a little injury.
Rupert, please live! Please, I'll never be short with you again!
Instead of brushing it off, Lois actually steps in. She grabs a needle and thread, patches Rupert back together, and saves the day. For once, she acts like the mom every kid wishes they had.
I was wrong about you. You're my everything.
Mommy loves you, sweetheart.
Suddenly, Stewie worships Lois like she's his entire universe.
Lois, you are great. Well, good morning, Mr.
And while it's sweet at first, Lois quickly realizes that nonstop affection from Stewie is somehow worse than his usual murder plots.
Perhaps I'll make it blue. Oh, can you imagine such a world?
Stewie, I love you, but you're wearing Mommy out.
Still, in this moment, Lois proves she can be nurturing. She didn't just fix a bear, she made Stewie feel safe and loved, even if it meant dealing with the most clingy baby on Earth. But patching up a teddy bear is nothing compared to patching up a kidnapping, which is exactly what Lois has to do when she and Meg get mistaken for Snapple royalty. What starts as the most boring mom-daughter errand day suddenly spirals into a full-blown kidnapping thriller in season 22. Episode 7. Lois thought she was just dragging Meg along to return a loofah and sip Snapple, but by the end of the day, they're fighting for their lives like they're in a Walmart version of Taken. It all kicks off when Lois wins 10 grand from a Snapple bottle cap.
Oh my God, Meg! I won!
You're kidding! Mom, this is amazing!
Naturally, her first thought is to blow it on something exciting like a water filtration system. Classic Lois, but Meg manages to convince her to live a little.
What if we use the money for something fun? For just us?
Like what?
Like going on a top-secret mother-daughter trip.
And they head off to a luxury resort, strutting around like they just won Powerball. They even dub themselves the Snapple Babes.
So what are your names?
You can call us the Snapple Babes.
Yeah, we're famous.
Of course, bragging about fake money always attracts trouble in Family Guy logic. A shady father-son duo overhears them and immediately decides they must be the heirs to the Snapple empire. So Meg and Lois get kidnapped, tied up in some dingy basement.
God, there's nothing in here. Where's the money?
I'd look in the lobby store.
Guilty as charged.
Now, here's where Lois flips the switch from suburban mom to John Wick with a purse. She digs through her bag of random junk and pulls out the ultimate weapon. With one brutal mom swing, she takes down the kidnappers and gets Meg out alive. And for once, Meg actually looks at Lois like she's a hero instead of just Peter's unpaid babysitter. Lois admits she only wanted Meg to feel special and protected, and for a rare second, mother and daughter actually bond.
I'm a mom, and moms have to be prepared for anything. I really wanted to show you I could be fun like Dad, but look where that got us.
But if you think stopping kidnappers with a brick is peak mom mode, wait until you see Lois try to stop an actual NASA rocket with Meg strapped inside. If you thought Lois stopping a kidnapping with a brick was wild, just wait until she tries to stop a rocket launch with Meg strapped inside. In season 23, episode 15, it all starts when Meg can't even find someone to go to a concert with her. Lois ditches her for a Groupon because saving for bucks is apparently more important than saving your daughter from social death.
I'm sorry, honey. Maybe next time.
But Meg rebounds in the most dramatic way possible. She signs up to leave the planet forever.
You're right. This will be good for you, and if you're chosen, we'll miss you, but you'll have our support.
know.
Lois initially brushes it off, thinking Meg will chicken out, but then Meg actually wins the spot.
Going to Mars!
Barack hasn't satisfied me in years.
That's your impression?
Suddenly, Lois realizes she might have to be a mother, but NASA doesn't really care about mom guilt. They're lighting the fuse whether Meg wants to go or not.
No, but that's my daughter in there.
Yeah, we can't just stop every time a mom bursts in here.
So what does Lois do? She literally grabs onto the rocket during launch. Yep, mom's strength beats NASA engineering.
Why are we turning? Mom, we're going down!
The rocket spirals out of control, crashes into the water, and Lois saves Meg's life by sheer stubbornness.
It was the mom that caused the crash. You can't suddenly add 145 pounds to a carefully calibrated propulsion system.
For once, Meg actually feels loved, and Lois, despite being about 5 seconds away from federal prison, finally proves she'd risk everything for her daughter. But Lois's heroics weren't always about rocket launch. Sometimes being a good mom meant trying to help Meg fit in, even if that involved accidentally partying like a college freshman on spring break. Spring break is supposed to be about questionable decisions, but in season 3, episode 10, Meg gets stuck with Lois instead of living it up with friends. It starts with Meg sulking because she's literally the only kid not going anywhere for break. Lois tries to cheer her up by offering a trip to a spa.
How about you and I have our own little spring break? We'll go to that fancy new spa that just opened up in Warwick.
Yeah, because nothing screams teen freedom like seaweed wraps with your mom. But on the way home, Lois decides to take a detour to an actual spring break party. And suddenly, Lois goes full wild child, hopping out of the car like she's been waiting her whole life for this moment. Meanwhile, Meg looks like she's about to call Child Protective Services on her own mom.
Hey, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I've been waiting out here for hours.
What?
Eventually, Lois drags Meg into the chaos. At first, Meg resists, but soon she's caught up in the party vibe. This is the closest she ever get to being liked in her entire life. And surprisingly, Lois kind of pulls it off.
Meg! Oh my god!
Sure, it ends with both of them in the back of a cop car, but that's the most authentic spring break experience anyone can have. And for once, Lois managed to boost Meg's status instead of tanking it.
It's like your fans are back, Mom.
No, I think this one's all yours.
But Lois doesn't always win her daughter over with booze and bad decisions. Sometimes, being a good mom means tanking her own reputation to protect Chris when rumors spiral out of control. High school rumors spread faster than Peter at an all-you-can-eat buffet, and in season 22, episode 11, Lois finds herself at the center of one that could ruin both her and Chris forever. It all starts when Lois signs up as a substitute teacher under the fake name Miss Peterschmidt. Unfortunately, she ends up teaching Chris's class, which is already awkward enough.
Oh my god, they're all leering at my mom.
Then she offers him a ride home, and that's all it takes for the rumor mill to explode.
Hey, Chris, get down.
Whoa, Griffin's a selfless lover.
It's so great he's having
Suddenly, the whole school thinks Chris is sleeping with the hot new teacher. And here's the insane part. He leans into it. For the first time in his life, Chris is popular.
She's single?
No, she's married. Her husband was there all night.
The students even demand proof, a naked picture of Miss Peterschmidt. And instead of running for the hills, Chris actually tries to deliver.
It's my mom. I'm not a dirtbag.
That it has even gone this far means you are a dirtbag. Own it.
Lois shuts it down, but by then the whispers are everywhere. To save her son from being destroyed socially, Lois does the unthinkable. She plays along. At a school assembly, she admits to the fake affair, sacrificing her own reputation so Chris can stay on top of the high school food chain.
Now hold on. Let me tell you all the truth. Chris Griffin was the biggest thing I ever had.
It's disturbing, it's twisted, and it's probably illegal in about 49 states. But in its own messed up way, it's one of Lois's most selfless mom moments. She was willing to ruin her life just so Chris could be happy, even if that happiness was built on a mountain of lies and horny teenage rumors. But while Lois sometimes saves her kids with lies, other times she goes full scorched earth, like when she plots straight-up revenge against the popular kids who humiliated Meg. Every mom says don't worry about the popular kids, but Lois Griffin takes it a step further. In Season 3, Episode 5, Lois proves that even Meg's humiliation is enough to bring out her inner psycho. It starts with Meg finally finding a school activity where she doesn't suck. Flag girl. Sure, it's basically twirling fabric while the real athletes do the actual work. But for Meg, this is the Olympics. Unfortunately, the popular kids aren't impressed.
Could all like hang out after the game. Go team!
Uncool people are like animals.
During her routine, they sabotage her with raw meat. She's left humiliated in front of everyone, smelling like the discount aisle at Costco.
Hey, Meg! Ah, man, I love how these kids celebrate these days.
Lois tries the nice approach first. She tells Meg to win her enemies over with kindness, but that's like telling Peter to use chopsticks. And while Meg actually tries the whole be nice thing, Lois is already in full-on vengeance mode.
Yes, and now that they think that you're their friend, it's the perfect time to exact your revenge.
Revenge?
She starts drawing blueprints, building homemade flash grenades, and basically plotting domestic terrorism, all for Meg's honor. Honestly, it's the first time Lois has ever cared this much about her daughter. In the end, Meg decides to let it go and call the popular kids her friends, but Lois isn't fooled. She knows payback is always an option.
Hire an old friend to scar them for life.
Hey there, sweetie. How old are you?
And watching her psychotically sharpen the claws for Meg was both terrifying and, in a twisted way, kind of heartwarming. And while blowing up cheerleaders is one thing, Lois's mom instincts really shine when she takes on something way scarier: religious parents standing in the way of a sick kid's treatment. Most moms worrying about homework or curfews, Lois Griffin worries about a dying kid whose parents think prayer is stronger than chemotherapy. In Season 10, Episode 12, Lois proves she break the law if it means saving a child's life. It all begins when Stewie makes a new friend, Scotty, at a library concert. Cute, until Scotty collapses and Lois rushes him to the hospital.
Peter, he's not moving! We gotta get him to the hospital!
You got it, Lois. To the Peter rang!
The diagnosis, Hodgkin's lymphoma, heavy stuff. But instead of being grateful, Scotty's parents announce they're Christian scientists and refuse treatment. Yep, their plan is to just pray the cancer away.
Wait a minute, Christian Science. Is that the thing that all them homo Hollywood actors do to keep their stuff out of other guys' butts?
Lois isn't having it. She begs them to reconsider, but they double down, saying it's their right as parents. That's when Lois makes the ultimate mom decision. She literally kidnaps Scotty, sneaks him out, and races him to the hospital.
When this is over, we can get some ice cream. Me and Lois can get some ice cream, not you. They're gonna be sticking needles in you everywhere.
Of course, the cops and his parents catch up, and Lois is suddenly the bad guy.
Well, then isn't it possible that penicillin, vaccines, and antibiotics are all actually answered prayers?
It's one of the rare moments where Family Guy plays it sincere, and Lois comes out looking like an absolute hero. In the end, Scotty's parents finally agree to let him get treated. Lois risks jail and her reputation, all to save a kid that wasn't even hers. But not every crisis is life or death. Sometimes, Lois shows her mom power in smaller ways. Like when Halloween bullies thought they could steal from Stewie and got schooled instead. Every parent knows Halloween is sacred, candy is currency, costumes are armor, and pillowcases are treasure chests. In Season 9, Episode 4, Lois proves she fight for her son's candy like it's gold. It all starts with Stewie's very first Halloween. Brian explains the magic of free sugar handouts, and Stewie immediately takes to it, dressed as the world's angriest duck.
What is that? It's True Blood. Yeah, no one knows what that is.
Rich gay people do.
Things go well until some teenage punks corner him, swipe his candy, and run off. That's not just theft, that's basically war.
Hey, that's my candy! Damn you, that's my candy!
Brian tries to help Stewie get it back, but their revenge schemes go from mild vandalism to domestic terrorism real quick. Spray paint, explosives, you name it, these guys try it, and yet, the bullies keep winning. Finally, Stewie pulls the trump card every kid knows works.
Mom!
Enter Lois, rolling in like the ultimate boss. She doesn't just demand Stewie's candy back, she humiliates the bully and his mom right on the spot. First, she makes the kid pour his entire bag into Stewie's. Then, she makes the mom fork over $40 cash as extra punishment.
I don't have $40.
All right, I understand. I'll be back tomorrow for the $80.
Stewie walks away with more candy, and the bully learns a valuable life lesson. Never mess with a kid whose mom has nothing left to lose. I'll leave it here, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or Lois will replace your mom. Bye.